Servants, be obedient to your masters. Read.
According to the flesh.
According to the flesh.
Look at the title. And make sure you just listen. Just listen.
With fear and trembling, in singleness of heart, as unto Christ.
As unto who?
As unto Christ.
As unto Christ. When you teach this in its wrong context, it's dangerous. And that's what they did, these white Jesuits. These perpetrators who took our identity. When you teach that in the wrong context, it's dangerous. Because when you go into the scriptures, it's not talking about slavery here at all.
All right. I want to say this real fast because when I was deleting storage and all that, to keep it short, I saw something happen outside, and like, I was thinking like, okay, this is exactly why you don't buy these medicines or drugs, pharmaceutical prescription drugs or medication. Just don't take all that. It'll make you worse. Bible says herbs cure all things, so you gotta be eating those herbs. Garlic, onion, ginger, all that. All right, you don't need no drug. All drugs stem from the tree of good. All drugs have a little bit of that tree of good and evil planted by Satan in the garden. Right? All the drugs come from that tree planted by Satan in the garden. So, tree of good and evil. That's where all drugs stem from. So, do not take any of that. Bible says the world's of Satan. Satan deceived the whole world. The world's of Satan. Governments are satanic. You think the doctors aren't either? It's the system. It's all evil. It's all bad. You're literally taking drugs. Look at the commercials. Look at the medicines, the commercials. Medicine's a drug too. Look at the medicines, the commercials. How there's ads and all this. There's like, you get relief, like headache relief, and there's like 50 symptoms, 30 symptoms, and like them listening out and saying the symptoms are longer than the actual ad for that pill or drug or whatever or medicine. You got maybe one relief for like 30 symptoms. And some of those symptoms include thoughts of suicide from taking some medicine. They have to literally talk fast to get through all the symptoms in time. So people gotta wake up out of this because it'll just mess you up. I seen something when I cut the stream off. It's like, bro, you gotta stop going to these hospitals and getting these prescribed drugs, bro. It's messing you up. The world's of Satan. America's satanic. All the governments are satanic, bro. Satan has owned the whole world, man. People gotta wake up. There's a systematic genocide of God people in America, bro. Stop taking these damn drugs. The first drug was of Satan, bro. People better stop taking that crap. Then they want to run back to the same hospital doctor that messed you up just to fill up his pockets even more. Even if it's not the doctor doing it, it's the system anyways. And if you're not following the system, the dude's going to get fired. So it's a compromise. So you do your job or get fired. So they have to keep doing what they're doing. Because some people, not all doctors are bad, but it's just, if they want to keep their job, they better keep doing what they're doing. It's the system. People better wake up, man.
These are...
Wake up or get destroyed.
What?
God's people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
These...
The Bible says.
Which...
I'm going to go back there.
When you teach this in its wrong context, it's dangerous. And that's what they did, these white Jesuits. These perpetrators who took our identity. When you teach that in the wrong context...
This is part 2, 2 hours in. So, want context? Go look at my earlier stream from today.
It's dangerous. Because when you go into the scriptures, it's not talking about slavery here. At all. Yeah. These are what? These are letters to the church. Those that are in the church. So when it says, servants be obedient to them that are your masters.
Esau, Romans did not use the Bible to enslave us. That's a lie. They use psychology, not the Bible.
It was talking about the leaders in the church.
They use religion and psychology, not the Bible, to enslave us. So.
It wasn't talking about some white Christian, some white man.
Not to enslave us, but to keep us slaves in America. Not to actually enslave us.
Who just beat you and did all types of stuff
To keep us slaves and to mentally manipulate us and shit.
to your family. This was talking about leaders in the church. That's why it says, as unto Christ. So if you teach this dangerously, like Edomites were teaching this in the Christian church, you are teaching now slaves to treat them as if Jesus Christ was walking the earth. To treat a nasty master, an evil person who's enslaving you and doing all types of stuff to your family as if he's Jesus walking on the earth. That's the context they were teaching this. Now, you feel guilty if you seek to defend yourself from a tyrant. So the Bible never taught that, folks. They started teaching that in its context. Let's get another one. Colossians. And then give me the one in Corinthians that clears it all up, and the one in Romans, where it talks about the powers that's established. All right, hold on. Here's another one they tried to use. Let's get Colossians 3. Colossians 3, verse 22. Read.
Servants, obey in all things your masters according to the flesh.
How do you know this is not talking about chattel slavery? Folks, this was before Jerusalem fell. We weren't slaves. We weren't slaves. So how can they use this for slavery? Servants, obey in all things your masters according to the flesh. You know what this is talking about? It's no different than when we were growing up and was told to respect our elders. Respect people that are in higher positions than us. Don't be unruly to our elders. How can this be talking about slavery when Paul was writing this to the church of Colossae? There was no slavery. Right? Read.
Servants, obey your masters in all things.
A matter of fact, start at 20. A matter of fact, start at 19. Here's the context.
Husbands, love your wives and be not bitter against them.
Read.
Children, obey your parents in all things, for this is well-pleasing unto the Lord.
Read.
Fathers, provoke not your children to anger,
Don't get your children angry.
lest they be discouraged.
Read.
Servants, obey in all things your masters according to the flesh.
That's crystal clear. It's talking about order, having respect for hierarchy, not being rogue. Read.
According to the flesh, not with eye service,
Not with eye service,
as men
as
pleasers,
men brown nosers.
Go back for a second.
Slavery when this was before Jerusalem fell. We weren't slaves. We weren't slaves. So how can they use this for slavery? Servants, obey in all things your masters according to the flesh. You know what this is talking about? It's no different than when we were growing up and was told to respect our elders. Respect the context.
masters according to the flesh.
Read.
According to the flesh, not with eye service,
Not with eye service,
as men
as
pleasers,
men brown nosers,
but in singleness of heart, fearing God.
fearing God. That's respecting the authority on earth. Not no raping, evil, satanic person.
Exactly.
Respecting authority, that's all it's talking about. But then Catholics found a way to twist this to justify them treating us like crap while we were under the curse of slavery. And they beat these scriptures in the mind.
Exactly. Israelites, Deuteronomy 26:8 went to slave ships in America to be sold to men because they broke the laws, bruh. Israelites are black people, bruh. And not all Israelites are black. There's 12 tribes. Example, Native Americans, they're Israelites. Hawaiians, Cubans, Venezuelans, Hispanics, Mexicans, those are tribes of Israelites. Certain tribes. There's 12 tribes. So it's not just some black and white thing. It's literally just a reality, a life, truth, not religion, just truth.
Of our people every Sunday in church to keep them under some what? Obedience to our slavery. And this is why so many of our people reject the Bible, because we believe when we read the Bible, it's talking about, guess what? Let me tell you, we put everything on our trauma. Right? It all goes back to, slavery, our trauma. So we can't see past chattel slavery. Mm-hmm. So when we read this scripture, automatically it brings to mind roots and all these other psyops they used in Hollywood to keep us under that same psychosis.
Mentally enslaved, using psychology, satanic sorceries, bro. That's what they do.
That they had during slavery every Sunday teaching from the pulpit. It wasn't talking about slavery at all. Let's give you some more of their lies. Let's go now.
They still do it too. Through other means like movies or some crap. They always pushing satanic agendas in these movies and shit. Or paying people to say certain things, like sports players or famous people. I don't know.
Let's go to 1 Timothy 6:1. 1 Timothy 6:1. Read it.
Yes, sir. 1 Timothy 6 and verse number 1.
Yes, sir.
Let as many servants as are under the yoke count their own masters worthy of all honor.
Worthy of all honor, read.
That the name of God and his doctrine be not blasphemed.
And that the name of God and his doctrine be not blasphemed. This is within the orders of the church. This is the order of the church. Not disrespecting the authority of the offices established under the Almighty. Don't disrespect. Right? Read on.
Verse 2, and they that have believing masters.
It means people in authority.
Let them not despise them.
Let them not despise them.
Because they are brethren.
Because they're still your brother.
But rather do them service, because they're faithful and beloved partakers of the benefit. These things teach and exhort.
These things teach and exhort. Why disrespect the people who are feeding you the knowledge of the Most High, from which you're benefiting from? You're only hurting yourself. That's the context of the scripture. Why would you grieve those who the Most High is utilizing to benefit you? So if they stop and get frustrated and don't do it, then how will you receive the knowledge and wisdom the Most High bestowed on them to help? See? That's all it's talking about. This had nothing to do. It's like the Jesuits sat around and said, we're going to find every master servant scripture as we can, package it together, and have a black person teach it every Sunday to keep slaves in order.
Yep.
It had nothing to do whether or not
They'll use our own kind gets us too with that crap. So
it was contextually correct.
kind of like Obama or Kamala when they're not even Israelite or black at all.
Because they know it's not talking about following the slave master. Right? Another. Titus 2, verse 9. I think y'all get the gist here. Titus 2, verse 9. Let's read it.
I'll read it. Okay.
Right.
Titus 2 and 9. Exhort servants to be obedient unto their own masters.
Okay. You black pastors, make sure you teach your congregation every week. You black people in those churches. Exhort servants to be obedient unto his own masters. Okay, read.
And to please them well in all things, not answering again.
And to please them well in all things, not answering again. Don't ask me no questions. Master need to be pleased. Send your virgin old 13-year-old daughter up into his room tonight.
That's what's going on.
Okay? Because master need to be pleased. And don't y'all be asking questions.
Exactly. That's what they be going on, bruh. Satanic.
You see what happens when you get some people who would distort the word for mind control?
More than just slavery, bro. That shit was demonic. That shit got demonic, bro. Way beyond hate, way beyond slavery. People don't even know. And that's not even the worst part. Not even close to what they were doing, bro. Not even close.
That's all it is. When it says servants be obedient to their own masters, it's talking about the authority or the office that was set up, established in the churches. And to please them well in all things. That means what? Treat them correctly according to what? The office the Most High has appointed. Because one day you may be appointed to that office. And you don't understand what that seat looks like until you're in it. See? When it says not answering again, not going back and forth in conflict. See? If nothing is unto death, sometimes we have to be patient enough until the Most High show us why things are so. Because it's not unto death. I'm not going to die if I don't agree or disagree with this right now. So let me be patient until the Most High show me what this is. Right? Now let's get the one they use. They use for the conservative pastors that go out and tell people, follow everything the government tell them. In Romans, let's get it.
Yes, sir. Romans 13:1.
Now this is the one they use.
They're going through all the scriptures that they psychologize people to believe out of context. Misusing the Bible. Just all lies. They're going through all the scriptures religions be using, bro.
Now, out of context, and it has nothing to do with what they're talking about. Mm-hmm. Right? Let's read it.
Romans 13:1.
Read.
Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers.
Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. Now we know Christ even said that who's ruled this world? Huh? Satan.
Exactly.
So you think the Bible is going to tell you to follow that higher power? Suppose it's a satanic government. The prince of darkness. So it's telling you, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, and then they'll inject government. Read.
For there is no power higher, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God.
Be subject unto the higher powers. Now we know Christ even said that who's ruled this world?
Exactly. That's why Christ said, the world hated you. Knows this, that they hated me first. Satan, bruh. Satan hate Israelites, bro. What is it? Revelation something. The dragon had sought to kill the baby before it was born, or whatever the hell. That's Satan, bro. So you gotta wake up. The wolves of Satan. It says that in the Bible.
Huh? Satan.
Yep. People wake up.
So you think the Bible is going to tell you to follow that higher power? Suppose it's a satanic government.
Exactly.
The prince of darkness. So it's telling you, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, and then they'll inject government. Read.
For there is no power higher, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God.
That are what?
The powers that be are ordained of God.
The powers that be that are ordained of God are those who are ordained in the church. The president isn't ordained. Okay, this is speaking of, again, the offices within the church. Right? Read.
Wherefore, wheresoever therefore resisteth the power.
So those who resist the established positions the Most High set up, read.
Resisteth the ordinance of God.
You ain't resisting, you're not resisting men. God set up the order for order. Because without order, there's chaos.
Yep. In chaos.
Now, a lot of people don't like it.
It's Satan. It's fallen angels. The world was dark and void before creation, and chaos was in the midst. Fallen angels, because they were sent there at first. So any type of chaos, any type of confusion, just know it's Satan, bruh. Bible says it. Satan is God of confusion, man.
Deal with order, because with order, you cannot do what you want to do.
Yep.
And it's not what? It's not the ordinance fault. It's not the church's fault. Okay? The church is set up to serve the church and not agree with whatever anyone wants to do. See? Wherefore, therefore, if you resist the power, you don't resist the established church because God set that up. You think you're resisting man, but it says what? He resisteth the ordinance that God set up. Okay? Whether it be elder, bishop, deacon. And guess what? People can say right or wrong. There's people who do right, there's people that do wrong. But the position is there. It still shouldn't be disrespected. If it's wrong, then there's what? There's protocols in place by Christ to correct the ordinance. See? If you want the person to be saved, you follow Christ and correct the ordinance because you respect them in the position and would like them to stay feeding the people. Knowing what the people were before there was an established order to help them. See how the order is? That's why it says you're not resisting man but God. And this is not saying that people are going to be perfect. That's why Christ gave detailed understanding on how to correct a person. You can't overjump that and then claim bad, you're wrong. When you never came to face the person you claim is wrong. Whosoever therefore resists the power, resists the ordinance of God. Read.
And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
And the people that resist the order that the Most High set up. And that's what people try to convince themselves. Well, I don't got to be a part of nothing. I don't got to be a part of anything. I don't agree with it. Well, guess what? Don't benefit from it. Go on about your way and see how things turn out. Because we're gonna be doing what we're doing.
Exactly.
Because we have to. We were called to do it. See? That's what it's talking about. People that resist it, okay. Go on. You probably doing something before you met us. Let's see how it works out for you. And I pray it works out for you. Right? And we all leave things what? In peace. It's in peace. If you believe you're right, why resist the ordinance that's set up? Go forward and see how it works out. But we know that the Most High is working with us because we set up an ordinance that was given through Christ. Now I'm just showing you in its proper context, being taught within a church setting. Because even if you move a man, another person will come in that position according to that office to do the administration to keep the church going. Because man didn't set it up. Christ set up the ordinance. The same way when Judas went off, they pulled lots and because the administration for the treasury and all that had to be done, Matthias stood in Judas's office. It kept going. didn't stop because Judas went off. The administration was established through Christ. Right? Read.
For rulers are not a terror to good works,
So when people are doing good, those that are in position by Christ is not a terror to good works. Read. So if the authority of the church is now pointing to something that's wrong, it's because it's wrong. Because it tell you, he's not a terror to good works. That means if it's up front and above water and honest, it could be shown to the church in full respect and backed by the church. Because it say people in position are not a terror to good works, if it's good. Read.
but to the evil.
For rulers are not a terror to those that are doing terror to good works. They're not going to come against someone that have good works. But people in position who are put in the position to protect the sheep will be against the evil that a person is bringing. See, these are all church situations that have nothing to do with slavery. The Most High set it up so that it can do what? It can continue and do what? Bear the test of time and grow stronger as it goes towards Christ's kingdom. That's what an administration and a church was set up for. See? Period. And guess what? It'll be that way whether people agree or disagree. Like I said, even when I go out to teach, I could care less if you don't agree. If I know what I'm teaching is true. It's up to you to come to the living God. And come to the knowledge of yourself and where the shortcomings are to fix you. I'm just dropping the word. I'm doing what the Most High sent me to do. And the majority of people are going to hate me or disagree with me. But guess what? I brush it right off. Like I said, if you against what I'm doing or you against me, stand in line. It's from here to Pleiades. Because if I wasn't doing the right work, guess what? People wouldn't come against it. If I wasn't doing what was right in establishing Christ's work, okay, there would be no line. But when you are what? When you are effective in Christ's work and have established a work that the Most High is pleased with, based on his people receiving the knowledge that been kept away from them for so long. If the Most High is satisfied with it, hey, I could care less what man think. You don't have to like me. Who cares?
Exactly.
But I tell you what, if you study what I'm teaching, that the Most High what the Most High given me to teach, it's going to help you.
Exactly. No assuming I'm wrong, just do the damn research, bro. What the Bible tells you to do. The Bible says to study yourself to be approved, bro. Stop being sheep on purpose.
Of course, I understand I'm going to be hated.
Yep, Christ said that.
Why? If you're doing this work,
People do not want that truth, bro. You tell people the truth, they actually start hating you. Too programmed,
folks,
too
and
sheep.
think you're not going to be
So
hated,
the truth is hurts, bro. It's like a lot of these people who be on meds or drug or prescriptions, or it's like high people, drunk people. It's like, what, you gotta just say they're demon possessed or something? People don't want to hear that, even though it's true. Here's some of the side effects and symptoms of some of these medicines. Thoughts of suicide. It's like, how am I getting thoughts of suicide from a piece of medicine that can help me with my headaches? A damn demon. The world's of Satan. People don't want to hear that.
for so long. If the Most High satisfied
Is what Christ was here, they will crucify him
with
again.
it, hey, when you are effective in Christ's work
Just truth is truth, bro.
and have established your work
Paul said, let God be true, every man a liar.
Me to do. And the majority of people, and guess what? It'll be that way whether people agree, come against someone that have good works. But people in position who are put in the position to protect the sheep will be against the evil that a person is bringing. See, these are all church situations that have nothing to do with slavery. The Most High set it up so that it can do what? It can continue and do what? Bear the test of time and grow stronger as it goes towards Christ's kingdom. That's what an administration and a church was set up for. See? Period. And guess what?
It will stand if it's actually truth, though. If it's not truth, it will be destroyed.
Be that way whether people agree or disagree. Like I said, even when I go out to teach, I could care less if you don't agree. If I know what I'm teaching is true.
Exactly.
It's up to you to come to the...
Not religion, not opinion, not perception. It's real life history, bro. Real life. Bible is real, not religion. Religion is a lie. The Bible is truth. And they are separate. Christians don't follow the Bible at all. Christians, holidays, religions, they go against the Bible. No holidays in the Bible. Christ said, believe in me as the scriptures have said. They lied on Christ by putting up a false image of him. People gotta wake up.
God. And come to the knowledge of yourself and where the shortcomings are to fix you. I'm just dropping the word. I'm doing what the Most High sent me to do. And the majority of people are going to hate me or disagree with me.
Yep. This is why you don't deal with religion right here. Christ said, believe on me as the scriptures have said. Okay. Revelation 1:14-15. Dark skin, white hair. Daniel 10:6. Dark skin, white hair. And Revelation 49 says, Christ says, white, milky hair and red eyes like wine. So this is why religion is a lie. In all religions, the origins come from Babylon with Nimrod / Tammuz, Semiramis, and Satan anyways. But this is why you don't follow religion. Christ said, believe with me, the scriptures have said. That's why the Bible is truth, not religion. One example, just one example. And the Bible is true. Nephilim, skeleton, giant. That's in the Bible, Genesis 6. That's the false image they put up as Christ. If they're lying on Christ, they're lying about everything else. Like it's nothing. Because Christ is the Most High's Son. Caesar Borgia, they put up as Christ. So, Bible's true, not religion, bruh.
But guess what? I brush it right off. Like I said, if you against what I'm doing or you against me, stand in line. It's from here to Pleiades. Because if I wasn't doing the right work, guess what? People wouldn't come against it. If I wasn't doing what was right in the
Demons on the earth, bro. Evil spirits possessing people.
establishing Christ's work,
Satan's world.
okay, there will be no lie. But when you are what? When you are effective in Christ's work and have established a work that the Most High is pleased with based on his people receiving the knowledge that been kept away from them for so long. If the Most High is satisfied with it, hey, I could care less what man think. You don't have to like me. Who cares? But I tell you what, if you study what I'm teaching, that the Most High what the Most High given me to teach, it's going to help you. Of course, I understand I'm going to be hated. Why? If you're doing this work, folks, and think you're not going to be hated, I expect people to not to hate my guts. Okay, so what? Go on. Why will they hate me? But guess what? I will not hate you. I won't. I'll pray for you. But you can hate my guts. I'm okay with it. There's a long line from here all around the earth. And you just get in line. Why? Elder Lawyer, let's get St. John real quick. Why must I accept people hating me? Why? I'm not going to lose no sleep from it. Why do I smile if people even hate me? This is why. Number one, you didn't call me. I was here before you hated me. See? And I'll be here after you hate me. If it be the Most High's will. And you know what I'll be doing? What you see I'm doing right now. What I was doing when you agreed with the work is what I'm going to be doing when you're no longer a part of it. Because you're not giving...
People the truth, bro. You get like that. I mean, how you think Christ died? He was telling people the truth, and people hated the truth. The truth hurts. People hate the truth. There shall be many offenses. If Christ said, if they hate you, know that they hated me first, the world. Like, it's Satan's world, bro. Of course people will hate the truth. Because it's Satan's world. People are demon-possessed pagans. They follow Satan. If you're bringing the truth of Christ and the Most High, they will hate you, bro. There's demons in people. If the whole world accepts something and like it, it has to be bad. Because this is Satan's world. The Bible says so. Satan is walking to and from the earth. And it's fallen angels. People gotta wake up.
Crowns. Christ is. And I solely believe in him.
The real Christ, Yeshaya, that means my Savior in ancient Hebrew Phoenician, dark skin, white hair, not the false image, Jesus, which is Sija Boje, and the name goes into Zeus, and Zeus goes into Satan. The real Christ, Yeshaya, bruh. And the real Most High, Ahaya, sure, Ahaya.
With all my
which means I am that I am.
heart, I believe that Christ is real. I know he's real.
Well, there's history to back that up, actually, but yeah, definitely is.
And they hated him.
Yep. Christ said it.
Let's read.
If they hate you, know that they hated me first, the world. Christ said that.
St. John 15, verse 8.
Christ was alive again. They will crucify him again, and he would look just like either of them, sitting right there.
Let me read it. I'm going to get it here. St. John 15. Let's read it. St. John 15. Let's read it. Verse 18.
If the world hate you...
Hold up now. A line around the corner. I don't care people getting little groups and all that, because guess what? Guess what? Once it all die down, you'll be sitting there doing nothing. And guess what we'll be doing? We'll be doing what the Most High called us to do before we knew you.
Yep. If the work is of Most High in Christ, it will stand. Building what was that proverb Christ said? Building a house on rocks instead of straws or something like that. All these other false doctrines and stuff would be tossed away, bro. The real truth, the truth we're teaching, not religion, the Bible, the real Christ Yeshua, dark skin, white hair, and the Most High, Ahaya, not all that other stuff. It will stand until Christ returns. Everything else will be destroyed, literally.
Now, don't let your work become haters. I don't think you get a crown for that. I don't think you get any reward for hating. If you think something is wrong, get together and be constructive and do something good for the people together. You don't even have to mention us. Go do a work and show us how it should be done, since we don't know what we're doing. Just show us. You don't have to say anything about us. We won't say anything about you. Go do your work and see how it turns out.
They do got a lot of haters. They really do. I've seen it on YouTube, so.
And if Christ is with you, you don't ever have to mention us. A matter of fact, I suggest what the doctrine of Most High have done to build this church, it's not our doctrine. Okay? Everything we've taught, you know. Go teach it. Go teach it. And let's see if Christ is with you. That's how you show whether or not you're with the Almighty. Don't sit around behind your keyboard hating. Do a work. There's people who need help. St. John 15:18, read it. If what?
If the world hate you,
And Christ said, if the world hates you,
ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
Christ said, know that the world hated me before they hated you. They're not going to know exactly. They're going to come up with ideas of why they hate you.
Exactly.
I can't stand him. Okay. But guess what? You can't deny the work. I'm not here. Listen, this ain't no...
Dude, it's crazy. You tell people the truth, they after you say it, they'll just assume you're wrong. No research. They wouldn't read the Bible. They go right back to saying Christ is Jesus. The Bible is religion, when it's not. Christ is definitely not Jesus, and the Bible has nothing to do with religion. People, you'll sit there and tell people the truth, and they'll go right back to the same old program, leading them straight to hell, bruh. People better wake up.
Popularity contest. I don't care if nobody likes me. So what? But I'll tell you what.
One thing I forgot to say, I think. The letter J didn't exist when Christ was alive, so it's like actually impossible. Like that's like history. Outside the Bible, that's history for his name to be Jesus. I forgot to say that earlier.
If something coming through those doors, we standing with the Almighty. Something coming through those doors against us, you want me in the front of it. And I'll protect you. I'll show you the way as the Most High showed me. You can think what you want, but when it all break down like it was when everything closed down, when everything closed down, when no one understood what was going on through what they call COVID. I've never seen so many people in a class during the week, over 4,000 people every Wednesday, up to 5,000 every Sabbath.
It will happen again.
So you can think what you want, but when there's some uncertainty, you behind your computer and behind your telephone ear hustling. So I never seen somebody who was so interested in something or a person they hate. See? Because y'all know when it go down, I can't stand his guts, but I'm going to hear what he got to say because we don't know what's going on out here. And you know what? I'll be here for you. See? With the boldness and courageousness that the Most High put in me to finish what this is. And like I said earlier, you don't understand what it is because you don't know what it is to build something that the Most High guides you through from the dirt with nothing. You have to have faith to do what you see right here. So I'm going to be hated. Okay? And I can take it. I mean, another hater? Where's the hater? All right, I'm a hater. Go stand in line. There's another one. There's a long line. It's getting long. Get behind him. Get behind her. Okay? I'm okay with it. When people try to come to me and say, well, he said this and she said that. Oh, she said this. He said that. I say, you know what? I'll pray for him. It doesn't matter. Because what I do is make clear distinctions in lines for the work. No gray areas. And I'm going to stand on my side and everybody know which side is which and everybody choose a side and we go on. At least I don't have to worry about the gray areas anymore. And the people don't either. See? That's it. Once the line is clearly there, I don't have to say anything. I'll let the Most High take it now. Now people can't say if something go wrong that the church wasn't in front of it first and didn't warn the people. Once that's out there, I'm clean with it. Hey, go deal with it if you want. I don't have to talk about it. I don't got to say anything. I'm finished. Because now we find out more because we had to put something out there. We found out more of what was in a person's heart that was never said to us before. So once we know that, it's a clear line. And everybody out there know where the line is, and it's okay. Now, people can't wiggle in the middle as if everything was okay. Okay? And I'm fine with that. Okay? I'm fine with that. I'd rather see a person who hate me right out and know, okay, that was a hater who was concealing their hate. Oh, how you doing, elder? Look at the people. Say hi to my elder. But it was something else in the heart. Let's read it. If you were what?
If ye were of the world.
Hold up. Let's chapter and verse.
St. John 15 and 19.
15 verse 19. Read it.
If ye were of the world.
If we were of the world
would love his own.
They would love us. If you were of the world and pacify people and agree even with their madness, they would love us. See? Read.
But because ye are not of the world.
But because we were chosen to do a work. Read.
But I have chosen you out of the world.
And guess what? You can say what you want about us, but we're chosen. And we're standing 10 toes down on it. And you know why we can do it? Because we know we're right in Christ.
Yeah.
And we're standing 10 toes down on that foundation that we're chosen.
Yeah.
How do you know we're chosen? A lot of you didn't know that you were the chosen until the Most High showed you us. So how can you be chosen, but the teachers who revealed it to you aren't? But I've chosen you out of the world. Read.
Therefore the world hateth you.
That's why they hate our guts. You see, that's why I don't take anything personal. People can try to let me find out what's going on here. Let me find out what's going on there. Oh, guess what? I think he may live here. He may live over there. I wonder what he's doing over there. He may be. It doesn't matter. The Most High in Christ has us. You can think anything you want, but what you can't take away is the work. We will do this and have to do this.
Oh, I need to write that down.
Chosen you out of the world. Read.
Therefore the world.
15. 2:45.
Hateth you.
That's why they hate our guts. You see, that's why I don't take anything personal. People can try to let me find out what's going on here. Let me find out what's going on there. Guess what? I think he may live here. He may live over there. I wonder what he's doing over there. He may be. It doesn't matter. The Most High in Christ has us. You can think anything you want, but what you can't take away is the work. We will do this and have to do this until Jerusalem appears. Now the question is, do you believe Jerusalem will appear? I know it's coming.
Yep. Christ is coming.
And when I see situations like what I see with that young man who had nothing and is raising sheep and all that and land and all that, even when I say it later, listen, we left with nothing. And we got acres upon acres that the Most High blesses with that people have given us for food that can feed people. One thing that I've been trying to run away from for a long time is a school, but now they're breaking down education and all of that intentionally. I said by this September, we're going to have our own school, K through 12, online for all church members. You know how much work must go into that? Where it's free for our children, but yet we still have to pay the administration?
Yep. A lot of work, bro.
We're going to have volunteers, but we're going to have to need what? Credible, credentialed people that must require pay. Where's that coming from? So all the haters can hate, but who's putting things down real tangible that's going to help our people when it shuts down? Because I'm telling you, COVID was a test run.
Yep.
That's right.
And all the haters, they're going to regret the fact that they were feeling a certain type of way. But they was ear hustling the whole time. When things shut down, when they didn't know that things would open back up, they were all right there. They were right here. But guess what, folks? The next time it happens, we may not be able to broadcast. And I understand that. So we must put down things tangible to gather our people before the next big thing. We have to do it because what? The haters aren't doing it. The talkers aren't doing it. We're doing it.
Guys, 144.
And we were doing it before you even thought about it.
GOCC. Guys, 144, bro.
Just because we don't talk publicly with everything that we have to do doesn't mean we aren't doing it, folks. So it's easy to hate from the outside because what? It takes no work for that. That's cowardice. Let's read it.
20.
20, let's read it.
Remember the word that I said unto you.
Christ said what?
Remember the word that I said unto you.
Christ said, remember that I told you this. Because what? If Christ didn't tell us this, and we see people hating that we actually helped, sold work in, it would actually frustrate us. Okay? You get elders and shepherds get attacked because we're trying to figure out what's going on. That wasn't talk. No one said anything to us. And we're wrong for trying to trying to figure out what's going on with people we care about. This is an insane world. And no one is looking out for the victims. The people that were victimized. Everybody's the perpetrators are the protected.
Yep. He's talking in code, but you know, people will just run back to the world, run back to these damn doctors or whatever the hell when they're the ones that got you messed up in the first place. You gotta run back to the people that messed you up. Okay. Whatever.
Insane world. We're not supposed to inquire, hey, what's going on over there? I mean, how can you pop out of nowhere and didn't talk to us about anything? And there was never a time where there was a disagreement. There's no history where there was a conversation where there could have been a conflict, not one. And don't let people out there, folks, try to claim to you that there's some secret history that they're keeping under the wraps. A conflict that happened with Elder Ricard Shiar when it never, none of that never existed.
Exactly. You be seeing that crap on like YouTube, bro. You really do. It's crazy.
Liars if they say that. Folks try to claim to you that there's some secret history that they're keeping under the wraps. A conflict that happened with Elder Ricard Shiar when it never.
He's Elder Ricard Shiar, by the way. They're doing the right.
None of that never.
That's Elder Loya on the left.
None of that never. Didn't talk to us about anything, and there was never a time where there was a disagreement. There's no history where there was a conversation where there could have been a conflict, not one. And don't let people out there, folks, try to claim to you that there's some secret history that they're keeping under the wraps. A conflict that happened with Elder Ricard Shiar when it never, none of that never existed. They're liars if they say that. Because people have put things out there, and people that don't know me or know the person or people that put things out there would say, well, hold up. There must have been a conflict back then with all this vitriol. Folks, not one. Not one conflict. No one ever came to me, no argument, no disagreement. No one ever brought something to me and said, well, I don't agree with this. Zero. So don't never let people put that out there as if there was some long battle beforehand that justify what you see. Not one disagreement. Not one. Not one conflict. So when people say that, if they try to frame that without saying it, it's lying through omission. There was never a conflict, not even one. So then, but they put out that air of confusion, right? Because then it could justify what you're witnessing. Okay, something must have happened there. All right, I can see all that now. Zero. Let's read it. Remember
the word that I said unto you.
Read.
The servant is not greater than his Lord.
The servant is not greater than his Lord. We're servants. We're not greater than Christ. Christ is our King. He's our Savior. We're not greater than him. But what? He says, guess what? The servant is not greater than his Lord. Read.
If they have persecuted me, they also will persecute you.
If they come against me, they'll also come up against you. And I need y'all to check out anybody out there who's saying something negative or may be hating and ask them, okay, is this your work? What we're witnessing right here of you attacking the elders, is that your work? Is that the faith that leads you to the kingdom? Can you show me an example of the disciples in Christ doing this? Or are these the actions of those who killed and or persecuted him?
Yep.
See? And that's another thing. I said it last week. There's no such thing as a misunderstanding. There's no such thing as a gray area. No such thing. Either you're the one who was down with Christ or you're the people who persecuted Christ. And that's why Christ said what? And guess what? Those who persecuted Christ thought they was justified in the law, killing and ridiculing and hating on an innocent man. They all came with the law.
Pharisees and scribes. Pharisees and scribes, bruh.
Evil.
Pharisees and scribes. People of high position, high power, high authority, by the way.
Remember
The government, literally.
word that I said unto you, Christ said, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they persecuted me,
They will also persecute you.
they'll also do it to you. So it's listen, get a hard exterior. Understand that, guess what? Christ is the shield, and when the haters come, they'll just bounce off. Then everything will die down. They'll go away somewhere. You'll never hear about them again until the next hater pop up. Or they'll be sitting around like little cockroaches or little roaches until something happens. When the light goes out, then they'll all come together if there's something going on. Now check it out. If you can get together to hate, why can't you get together to do something constructive to help God's people? And say, you know what? We're wasting our time talking about them. Look at all of these haters here. Right? Why don't we all get together because they're off and come together and do it right? They can't, because why? Usually the haters are a bunch of people with different doctrines where they can't even agree. Because they would have to put their doctrine on the table. And they get people like, well, hold up now. I didn't learn that from the Gathering of Christ Church. I don't know if I can agree with that. Well, if you can't agree with the doctrine, what are you there for? The agreement is the work is to hate. That's the work. And why? Because when there's nothing else or nobody to talk about, now what happens in a room filled with vipers and haters?
Yep.
Eventually they'll turn on one another. Because that's all they know how to do. So that's how I know it goes away, because
demon-possessed pagans, bruh. I'm telling you.
because it wasn't honest. The reason they came together wasn't an honest effort to teach the gospel like how the Most High brought us together. So if you come together with swords drawn to hate, you're in a room filled with vipers, and it won't be too long before you turn the sword on each other. That's why you can't do it. See? So when the smoke clears, everybody just go back alone, angry, but still looking at us to see what they can hate on. If you don't believe and don't think what we're doing is straight, guess what? There's a billion churches and other things out there. Why focus on us? Go on and do the right thing. Join together, get a church together, and show us the right way to establish something. Now, we won't be looking because we don't care. But your works will show forth. And eventually, we'll see something outside of Haiti. Let's read it.
Remember the word that I said unto you.
Remember the word I say unto you.
The servant is not greater than his Lord.
Read.
If they've persecuted me, they will also persecute you.
They're going to hate, brothers and sisters, if you're doing the right thing, you will be wondering, well, why these people hate me so? I don't even know this person like this. You can have people, folks, that I've never met, never did anything to. And they don't even know why they hate. But I know why. It's the spirit.
Yep.
It's the spirit.
Exactly.
The spirit. When you want to hate something, The Bible tell you, Christ says what? If your eye be darkness, if your eye be evil, your whole body turns evil. Which means, even if a person is a good person, you'll always find what's wrong with that person because you're evil. That's why. It's not because the person is wrong. You're evil. They will also persecute you. Read.
If they've kept my saying, they will keep yours also.
But if they keep Christ's saying, they will do what? They'll keep your sayings also. If they down with Christ, they'll look in the scriptures and know that you're teaching Christ, and that will be the agreement. And I'm going to say this. I don't want to hear nobody say anything about people who claim to be down with the Most High, but aren't going to take the steps or never took the steps Christ said to take to correct any issue. That's spiritual immaturity.
Exactly.
And I'm not responsible for forcing someone to do what's right. Now, let's go back real quick. I wanted to show something about why. We're going to end it here. We're going to open up the calls in a second. We're going to end it. We're going to open up the calls. This is why they chose Christianity as the slave religion. Look at this. List of Christian denominations with profiles. Right? Let's look at this. Alliance of Baptists, American Baptist Association, Baptist. Look, all this is Baptists who can't come together. Converge Worldwide Baptists. General Association of General Baptists. National Association of Free Will Baptists. National Missionary Baptist Convention of America. National Baptist Convention. Look, all of this, the Baptists can't even come together under one doctrine. They're divided. Methodist, African Methodist Episcopal, African Methodist Episcopal Zion, Christian Methodist Episcopal, United Methodist, Free Methodist, Church of North America. This is crazy world, folks. How can Christ leave with one church? And now we see all this. Look at this. Exactly. Look at this hot mess.
Exactly. Many shall come in my name, saying I am Christ, and shall deceive many. This is all people with their own doctrines, not the Bible. It's literally their opinions, their own shit, bro. This is why religion. See, people take Christianity and generalize it. This is your real Christianity right here. All these separate, crazy denominations from... How you get all these groups from one book? Christ had one doctrine. You got all these different... It's not even just like the same church, just in different states and areas. It's literally different churches for like... They don't have the same doctrine, even though there's one doctrine. That's what it's all about. Like... You gotta read the Bible, bro. You gotta deal with the Bible outside religion. If you deal with the Bible as it is written, bro, and you don't follow the world, hey.
American Methodist Episcopal.
Come on, bro.
Come together.
It's gonna be one doctrine.
Christian denominations with profiles. Right? Let's look at this. Alliance of Baptists, American Baptist Association, Baptist. Look, all this is Baptists who can't come together. Converge Worldwide Baptists. General Association of General Baptists. National Association of Free Will Baptists. National Missionary Baptist Convention of America. National Baptist Convention. Look, all of this, the Baptists can't even come together under one doctrine. They're divided. Yep. Methodist, African Methodist Episcopal, African Methodist Episcopal Zion, Christian Methodist Episcopal, United Methodist, Methodist, Free Methodist, Church of North America. This is crazy world, folks. How can Christ leave with one church? And now we see all this. Look at this. Look at this hot mess. And everyone proclaiming that they're teaching the truth, when every last one of them are wrong.
Exactly.
Look at this. Presbyterians. Cumberland Presbyterian, Church in Canada, Orthodox, Antiochian Orthodox Christian Archdiocese, Greek Orthodox, Orthodox Church in America, Episcopal, Catholic, Lutheran, Reformed, Spirit-filled. What the Hades is that? Then you got Jehovah's Witnesses, Seventh-day Adventists, on and on and on and on. Christ left with one church, and now you got all this hot mess out here because what? The Romans are known for what? Divide and conquer as a war strategy.
Exactly. Yep.
Christ says, many shall come in my name, saying I am Christ, and shall deceive many. There's only one church. And I'm going to tell you right now, the church is under attack, which are God's people. And I'm going to mention to this right now. What we just went through was a soft ethnic cleansing. And their aim towards the whole time, when they shut stuff down, folks, their aim was destroying the black Christian church. That was their aim. Go through your neighborhoods and see how many black churches didn't recover. How many, every week, the pastor, simple out of his mind, listening to what the government told him. And their aim, mention to this right now, and shall deceive strategy. Mess out here because what? The Romans are known for what?
Yep.
Divide and conquer as a war strategy.
Yep, exactly.
Christ says, many shall come in my name, saying I am Christ, and shall deceive many. There's only one church. And I'm going to tell you right now, the church is under attack, which are God's people. And I'm going to mention to this right now. What we just went through was a soft ethnic cleansing. And their aim towards the whole time, when they shut stuff down, folks, their aim was destroying the black Christian church. That was their aim. Go through your neighborhoods and see how many black churches didn't recover.
After the planned pandemic.
How many, every week, the pastor, simple out of his mind, listening to what the government told him, was burying his own people. Not realizing it was a soft ethnic cleansing. And in order for them to establish the spiritual worships that's rooted in Babylonian paganism, they must now...
Yep, Babylonian paganism. That's all religion holidays. Christians don't follow the Bible. Christ said, believe on me, as the scriptures have said. Scripture says dark skin white hair. Revelation 1:14-15, Daniel 10:6. So if Christians, if religions are lying on Christ, they're lying about everything else. Bible says the world is of Satan, and Satan deceived the whole world. So Bible is truth, not religion. It's pretty simple. There's no holiday mentioned in the Bible anywhere. All the customs and shit like that, rituals or whatever the hell, in these religions, the things they teach in religion is not in the Bible. So Bible is truth, not religion. Deal with the Bible outside religion, and that's the truth right there. It's that simple. All these religion holidays come from Babylon, Tower Babel, the Nimrod, Satan, and Ramesses. So do your research.
Open the borders for Catholics.
And the false image of Christ they put up, which if they lie on Christ, they lie about everything else, is Caesar Borgia. You can look that up right now.
That's why they're bringing the 10 tribes over who are what? Religiously Catholic. That's why now, even what? Even Trump now is passing laws to do what? To embolden and to protect Christians. It's not for us. They already destroyed the black church, which is the rising of Israel and Judah within the communities. It's to replace us with the pagan Christianity before coming against us like they did in Jerusalem.
Yep, it is.
The Romans are known for what? Divide and or conquer. 445-888-2056. Okay? And also, let's see here. Also, we have a Zoom. For those who would like to come in through Zoom, what say you? Now you understand why Christianity became the slave religion of choice for us? Because they knew that we were the people of the Bible, so they would have to shape an ideology to control us with false doctrine using the Bible, but not correctly. There goes Zoom. Come on in. And come on in. We got Zoom for those who can't call. We have Zoom for those who can't call. And I can now open up the phone line so that we can get some insight from our listeners. Lacey. How you doing, Lacey?
Hey, how you doing? This is Elder Ricard.
Of course, this is Elder Ricard. Who's this?
This is Jay calling from Chicago, man. Let me tell you, I've been following you. My daughter is 21 years old in May. I've been following you and the elder, man, for at least since you've been 3. And I've never talked to you. I've never called in, but I just want to make this clear and get this on the record. You touch millions of people. I don't know if you know, you guys so busy doing the work, and, all praise to the Most High for that. But, everybody in my family, don't say nothing about elder. And today I was prepared to call in because, yeah, man, y'all got to keep doing the work. I remember those lonely days looking at you and elder, and I'm like, man, these brothers right here, and to see y'all come so far, man, it just do something to my heart, man, and keep going, man. When I watch you guys, you're so passionate about your work, and you be so respectful and classy with it at the same time. And it's just an example, man. I'm from Chicago, been raised out here all my life, and you just, man, it's just an example. You never thought we'd see some black or so-called black men like, the GOC. And man, please don't listen to them haters. They better stop it. I better leave my elder alone. And loyal, man, I watch our relationship that y'all have. It is so, man, it's so inspiring. It's just too inspiring, man. And I just, don't let nobody shake. I know you won't. I know you're not going to let nobody shake.
Yeah, brother, listen. You don't have to worry about that, man. Listen, I had cats sitting there, at the speaking. A Muslim cat. After I had a rock painted, and I painted Allah on that thing.
Okay.
And I had a Muslim guy come up, and he gonna show me a knife real quick and put it back and walk away. I'm like, listen, man, listen. And people don't know. Listen, I'm not the one for that. Okay. You don't want that type of situation. So, brother, when people talk, it's okay for me because even though especially if I haven't done anything to this person.
Yeah, they definitely don't want that type of situation. The Most High will put their ass down, bro. Because we got the actual truth, bro. This ain't religion. This ain't our opinions. We ain't making nothing up. We ain't racist. We ain't nothing. It's truth. So, Most High will deal with that person, you know what I'm saying, if they're threatening our lives. So, gotta read that Bible, man. Get protected.
It's just the Most High pointing it out to me, because these are
The laws and commandments, follow them, hedge of protection.
things, these are situations that could have been a threat or whatever the case that I didn't even know existed. So, and I'm gonna tell you this, brother. A lot of people wonder why at the Passover and different things that there's a lot of security around me.
That's right.
But now, but when situations happen, when you start to hear what's in people's heart, who stood right next to you but said nothing, it's understandable. Because believe it or not, I don't even care about one insecurity. It's everybody else who's going out their way to protect me and protect the elders, because they appreciate what the Most High have done in this time, where some brothers stood up for our people, and brothers and sisters don't know whether or not they don't understand this opportunity that we have together. And they tell you don't know about a test. You don't know a person's testament and what they meant to the earth until they're no longer amongst you.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And that's what brothers and sisters have to understand. They can feel a certain type of way, but they don't realize what's going on in the earth in this time and the benefit of the Most High having us here.
Hey, Elder, you've been preaching and you've been talking about this for well going on close to 20 years, okay? And some of these things that's being brought to the light now, if a person has been in touch with the Most High or been in touch with some real teacher, they will understand that these things have all been prophesied. And another thing that, and I don't want to throw superstars out there and anything like that, like that's the bang of the existence, but it's a testimony. When you talk about the lowest people in our society from the highest people in our society to run across these videos, and that, they say, my people. God said, my people by the way they carry themselves. And, me personally, been listening to you for over 15 to 16 years. I felt some type of way when I just tuned in today. And I told my fiance, I said, I'm calling today. We walked to the gas station. I said, we got to get back. I'm calling. She know how I feel about Eric Carr. I remember watching you and Lawyer. Man, when I'm talking about when y'all were just starting, and my mom would be like, we were staying with my mom, she was like, oh, watching that man again, But, and even standing up for what was right and the teachings, and it was all through the grace of the Most High. I just want to say that. But man, please, you got work to do. I love it. My daughter love it. Everybody I come across, I don't shove it down their throat. I let them talk. But I've learned so much. I mean, man, and I can't wait till you guys come to Chicago. I'm going to start getting more in touch with the body. And, man, I'm telling you, don't mess with my elder, man. Now we're going too far messing with my elder. And,
brother, let me say this. I really appreciate you, brother, and I am coming to Chicago, and I hope to see you when I get there, and I will announce it in advance. First, I have to go to the UK. And after I come from the UK, we got to travel. I got to speak to some of my bishops, and we're going to travel, and we're going to establish our church full board over in Colorado. Okay, over in Colorado, we come in there, and we're going to come to Chicago, and I'm going to be there. We got our brother Barim, a lot of people there already that are holding it down. I'm coming there. I'm traveling I want to go to Washington. I'm going back to California. And we got to establish these churches before things shut down. So, brother, I hope to meet you. And remind me of this phone call, okay?
I will.
All right.
One more thing before I let you go. I don't want to take up time. And I want to point out another thing that people may take for granted or overlook: the relationship between you and Lawyer. That example is just amazing. I mean, so amazing. I mean, I've been there for a long time. I've been behind the scenes. I've been watching. And the way you guys deal with each other, the patience, the way you guys bounce off each other, the example that you guys set for the other elders and the people in the church, I mean, it is above being amazing. And shout out.
The Most High instilled so much in that's willing to finish to the end. That means more than anything. Right? And that's what it's about. There's a mutual respect, and there's an honor that comes with it too. Okay?
Yes,
Lawyer correct me in a lot of things in his own ways, but guess what? I can never say at one time that Lawyer was disrespectful. And that's hard. That's hard to come by.
Man, sorry. And for those disrespectful, people who tether want to come in and want to act like this and get the knowledge. It's like my son. I teach him his ABCs. I teach him 1, 2, 3s. And then the next day he's coming to me like, this ABC. That's one night teaching me. Now, it's funny, when it's a child, but when you're doing this work and as serious it is and the condition of how people is, it's really no time for that, So, sometimes you got to put your trust in the Most High. Yeah. Come on now. Anybody that watch you who's been traveling and who's been with you guys from the start will understand it. How could you expect this man to lead you any type of wrong way? I just don't get it, but, I don't want to stay in the confusion of it, but it's nice when you address things like this. Man, it's so nice, you know what I'm saying? Because the people we watching. Yeah. We are watching and we are paying attention. And I'm glad that you have a sense of transparency and that you always care so much that you want to put things out there. Most bishops and priests or whatever you want to call them, they would, hide this and kiss this person's, whatever. But you're not like that. You're really passionate as well as elder lawyer, as well as the other elders. Yeah. I watch Gaza. I couldn't even... sometimes I couldn't even understand Gaza when it first came out. He's grew so much. The young man you were showing with the farm, I remember he was rapping. I see the growth in him, and I see the growth in myself. So, the body is always strong. And, we're definitely looking into you and hanging on to every word. And, man, I've been praying for y'all for 15, 16 years, man. So this ain't going to stop. And guess what? The Most High has shown me. And everything is from the grace of God. And thank you again. I don't want to take up much time. My name is Jared with 2 T's. And I will look forward to seeing you when you come to Chicago, man.
Well, thank you, my brother. I mean, you know what? That was a very encouraging and uplifting testimony, brother. You've been watching from the beginning. And to hear the strength that's in you. And I'm sure there's a confidence that comes with the knowing that from the beginning, the same passion that we had since the beginning to finish this have never stopped, brother. And brother,
conversations with that guy Umar Johnson. And I was hoping that he would come on. I mean, I saw it live when we first did it years ago. I was hoping he would come on with some type of sense. But you know what I was describing? I said, man, he ain't even did no research. If he would have stepped and watched 2 or 3 of y'all videos and did research, he would have knew first that he was talking to a highly intelligent man, okay? Scholarly. I tell everybody, what? Scholarly. Man, I've learned so much from you. And I just hope that when people tune in, they will be patient and they can pick up the gifts that so many of us have learned. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you, brother. I'm going to get to the next call, Jared, but I'm going to reach out to you.
All right, thank you.
All right, Shalom. And yes, so many people are listening. Check this out. I need to...
That's why we here. We got other things.
Hold up now. And in case people don't know, a lot of people are listening to this. Brother Chingy called me years ago and said, could he use something that was in one of my teachings? Look at this.
That's why we here. We got other things to do, but brothers and sisters, y'all better listen. Your God that put you in this is calling that. He's telling you it's time, and they know it's time. They know it.
Before I say this verse, all praises to the Most High. Sitting on the throne, Chingy the king, what I go by. Jumped off the slave ship to a spaceship, boy, I'm so fly. Cut your triangle eye with my short mind, there's no eye. You in the kitchen cooking up, trying to bake a pie. I'm reading about my best deception, trying to cremate a lie. Guess I should talk about bottles, girls, the hood, and guns. I've gotten sicker that you son of sin, I'm God's son. So what your number one, and rest is 7 with me. New year, a new light, and new life, I can't no hater dip me. And tell her mama she ain't gotta do that for that cheese. And keep that swine, beef, and shrimp, I want that slow disease. They say it, please, what you done got on? I'm saying, brother, please, man, cause you ain't got on. I hope this hurt at home. Probably not cause of bitches, they in your environment, and I'll be right here in my jurisdiction. I can't deny it, I'm a straight rider. You don't wanna with me. Got them Gentiles busting at me, but they can't do nothing to a G. Before I say this verse, all praises to the Most High. Sitting on the throne, Chingy the king, what I go by. Jumped off the slave ship to a spaceship, boy, I'm so fly. Cut your triangle eye with my short mind, there's no eye. You in the kitchen cooking up, trying to bake a pie.
This is why they hate why they hating right there, boy. That's why they hating. See those shoulders, right? That's why they hating right there.
Hope you got what you wanted. Take your kids out their school systems. Why? Cause they teachers haunted. I know I'm gonna be wanted. We got it after some that turn the treble up and beat low. But Jesus speakers bumping. I can't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't wanna.
Come on.
Looking at me, but they can't do nothing to a G. Before I say this verse, all praises to the Most High. Sitting on the throne, Chingy the king, what I go by. Jumped off the slave ship to a spaceship, boy, I'm so fly. Cut your triangle out with my short mind, it's no.
Come on.
You in the kitchen cooking up, trying to bake a pie. Reading about my best decision.
See those shoulders? I'm hurting. That's why they hate. Look at them shoulders. I'm gonna show you to the left, to the right on you. I'm gonna show the who that?
Right now, you got the UN armies on all the borders right now. The only job you can get right now is military jobs. They're preparing for mass.
Yeah, I'm a whop on y'all. That's the whop. Y'all don't know about that. And I'm gonna reverse it on you. Y'all listen to that. I'm gonna reverse the whop on y'all. What y'all want? Back in the day, don't make me do the rock on it. I can rock too.
Don't say, you know what? It's time for me to pay this place a visit.
Godson, Chingy. And guess what? The brother had enough respect to reach out and ask Elder. He says, Elder Ricard Shaw, you mind if I use some of what you're teaching? I've been listening to it years ago. And I'm like, brother, listen, you don't got to pay me nothing. Okay, whatever you're doing, proclaim the word of the Almighty. Many people, man, let me tell you, there's many people who I've talked to behind the scenes who have been affected by this work. Right? Right? So, right out. So, hey, I'm gonna tell you that right now, folks. We need to really appreciate this moment we're in. This moment where the Most High sent some people who stand for justice and stand for truth. All right? Right? Who we got here? Shalom.
Shalom, brother.
Who this?
Hi, this is Donnie from Seattle, Washington. I was trying to hold on, trying to get in.
I see you. Talk to me.
Oh, well, is this Elder Ricard?
This is Elder Ricard. Who and you?
Oh, man, how you doing, Elder?
How you doing? Come on, man. We got a broadcast, man. Let's talk. What you want? Come on.
Hey, man, I just wanted to thank you and Elder Lawyer. You guys have been the Lord just revealed so much to me. I've watched you guys for a long time, since, 2012. I'm going to tell you, it took my wife away from me. My wife left me, but it was a blessing. And I give all praises to the Most High.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that.
I've been staying strong, steadily. I'm trying to get with the family here in Washington State, and it's been a struggle, but I've been standing, and I thank the Most High for giving me that internal strength. And when I do my studies and I watch you guys give me that encouragement to stand strong, because I know you guys went through a lot, and I know all my brothers and sisters been through a lot. Family and coming in, waking up to the truth and coming to this to this ministry, everyone, pick at me and, they try to say, hey, man, you're in a cult. But in my soul, I know I'm getting fed.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to thank you, Elder Rakan and Elder Lawyer. I mean, really, you guys have been the most crucial, how can I put it? You guys have been such a tool to my walk in this word. I don't even have the words to describe.
I'm with you, brother. Well, listen, brother. We're gonna be coming to Washington soon, brother. I'm glad I'm speaking to you. We're gonna bring the rest of the people in, brother. But thank you for all your encouraging words and support for the work. We're here. All right.
I appreciate the Elder Lawyer. Because I still want to get baptized, and like I said, I want to get in contact with the actual the body here in Washington State.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do, because I have to bring in the next call. But one moment, this is what I'm gonna do, because I see your phone number here. All right, 1 second. Don't say your phone number. I'm gonna pull it out.
Okay.
I'm gonna write it down. 1 moment.
Okay.
Give me your name again.
My name is Donnie.
Donnie? Okay, Donnie. Well, Washington State, I'm going to give your number to Elder Yarack, and he's going to reach out to you, okay?
Thank you, Elder. Thank you. I definitely would ask for prayer. Just trying to...
well, brother, we're going to call you and deal with to continue the conversation, but I don't want to hold up the whole broadcast.
Thank you, Elder.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Elder Rakan.
All right.
Thank you, Lawyer.
Thank you.
God bless you. Shalom.
Shalom. I don't want to, stop you, but, there's a lot of people in wait right now. All right. And I'm excited to speak to you as well, but we're going to have those private conversations afterward. All right.
Okay.
Offline.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Shalom.
All right. Samuel, I see you there on Zoom. If you're on Zoom, just hold yourself and just mute yourself until I bring you in, okay? All right, just mute yourself till I bring you in.
I definitely...
Okay, who's this?
This is Rashad from Philadelphia.
How you doing, Rashad?
All right, thank the higher, man. First, I used to be in the church. It was 2007, 2006, but I fell heavy. And
You was in what church?
In Philadelphia, North Philly. I used to be in class with you. And I remember you used to drive me home sometimes. And I remember Elder Lawyer in the class, too.
Is this a Ratazar?
They sound like a Ratazar.
No, short bro. Rashad used to call me the Lion, I think. It was a sister that brought me in. A young sister.
Was he Muslim at one point?
Were you Muslim at one point?
Yes, I was, yep.
Yeah. You had a Hebrew name. It was a Ratazar.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, young man.
Yeah, I disappeared, man. I disappeared, I fell, man.
Man, listen,
Every day.
Brother, we still here. You was here in the beginning, brother. I remember you was in that meeting, I think, where the cheesy bread man was saying, how are we going to do this? We don't got no cheese.
What's that?
I think you was. And I'm like, what, you a rat? I'm like, listen, brother, we got faith. He talking about, we don't got no cheese up in here. How you going to... I'm talking about us going throughout the whole earth, teaching the world, right? Brothers and sisters, I'm telling them, we're going to do all this stuff, right? We're going to go throughout the whole world. We're going to teach on the street. And God, the God looking at me because he just dropped me off. He know that I don't have a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out. And he's just looking at me. And I'm talking about all this stuff, right? And I think he was there too. And the cheesy bread man, he called himself the cheesy bread man. He had a rap song out. And he's sitting there at the table at the church at 16th Style.
Right, yeah, 16th Styles, yeah.
He says, Elder Ricard, how are we going to do this, man, and there's no cheese? I'm like, what do you mean? Cheese? Young boy, what's wrong with you? Faith. You talking about going around the whole world, and I know you broke. I'm like, brother, just be quiet and just follow, and I'll show you. He talking about, man, I got to go get this cheese. When I get this cheese, and then we'll be able to do that. I'm like, nah, you need faith. You get faith, and the Most High will give you the cheese.
And every night, man, I ask the Most High to forgive me, man. Every night. I ask myself, why did I leave the church, man? Why? And I feel...
Man, brother, it feels so good to speak to you. And guess what? It's going to be as if you didn't miss a second.
That's right.
I'm going to call you up. Elder Lawyer, I'm going to give you his number. Look at that.
I have, when I get a chance, I want to tell you what happened and what's going on now when I get a chance. And
Okay.
I wanted to know, is there a physical church I can go to in Philadelphia right now?
Yeah, there's one. We have Bishop Amath, who's sitting here right now. We're going to give you the location.
So you don't understand.
And we may,
Higher, man.
brother, we may be going back to 16th and Styles. He may give us that building. I'm working on that.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So that we can actually teach from the inner city. Right?
Okay.
And we got something coming up in Delaware, where I am, actually. Folks. You got people. Where you at? I'm where the Most High send me. All right? So.
That's crazy. The higher brought me, and I started looking at
Rashad,
the video.
I remember him.
Like at the end of 2024, the beginning of 2025. That's when I really started watching your videos.
Brother, I know you sitting there seeing us go all around the earth and see Lawyer grow up as a grown man now.
Man, I'm proud of y'all. I pray for y'all, man. I'm proud of y'all, man. I love y'all. May the Most High continue to bless y'all.
Brother, man, you know oh man, the Most High brought you around, and guess what? Don't worry about it. Let us talk because
I'm praying. I was praying. I'm like, please forgive me, please forgive me, please forgive me. And he brought me right back around. That's crazy. Every night, man, I ask for forgiveness, man.
oh
And
man.
I know I'll be crying. I know I'm not supposed to be crying and all that, you know. But I be crying like, please forgive me, man. Please forgive me every night. You don't even know.
brother, listen. Don't beat yourself up. We're here as brothers.
It started to the point where it's like I don't want to be around nobody. I just need my Lord. That's the only thing I'm saying. I just need my Lord. I don't want anything else. I don't care about anything else. I just need my Lord. That's it.
Okay, well, brother, listen. You got an opportunity to make up where that time it's gonna be as if that time didn't exist. The work is still here for you, brother. We're still here for you.
And all I want to do is help my people. That's it.
Well, let's do it.
That's it.
So,
man.
well, brother, hey, brother, listen. Listen. If you would have been right here, if you would have been with us, but the fact that you came around full circle, we're here to actually fill in that lost time so that you can do what the Most High sent you for in the beginning. And I want to see you stand in that power.
And I thank the Most High for giving me another chance. Oh, I know. Remember you baptized me, right?
Yeah, I remember baptizing you.
Now, the baptism is only one time, right? I don't have to get baptized.
It's only one time, brother. The only thing you got to do is work now.
Okay. Thank God, higher, man.
All right?
I have so many questions.
Well, don't worry about it. We got your phone number. You will get a call tomorrow.
Okay. I appreciate everything y'all do. Elder Lawyer, man, I love you, man.
Love you too, Ak. Good to hear from you, man.
All right, I'm going to let you get to it. I don't want to take too much of your time.
No doubt.
And you see, young man, Lawyer's still the same, ain't he? He's mature, but he's still the same.
Thank the Most High, man.
All right, brother. But hey, one day we're going to sit down, we're going to break bread, and we're going to toast a communion.
I appreciate you, Elder.
My brother. Look how the Most High bring it around full circle. Look at that. All right, you can let yourself go, and hey. You can let yourself go. You can hang up real quick, and I'm going to bring in more calls, and I'm going to bring in a Zoom in a moment. But before I do that, I don't want to ever hear about this garbage talking about those Israelites who believe in Christ are in a cult. That's garbage. Let me make that clear. That's straight garbage. Everyone know that the first cult came from Rome. The cult of Mithras. The cult of Mithras is the religion that's current day Christianity. Modern day Christianity came out of Mithraism.
Yep. Exactly.
Christianity is the cult.
Exactly. Hey, people better wake up. They better wake up. They better wake up, bro.
Modern day Christianity is the cult. It's not the Christianity Christ brought that makes us free. Is the religion or in a cult? Zoom in a moment, but before I do,
How about to and then come back here? Hold on.